just getting ready for the day. I'm gonna be filming later. Yeah, that's about it. Just gonna be filming later, so got frozen makeup on. My cat's yelling at me. So if you guys hear cat. Hang on, audio problems. Hold up. We got some audio issues. What is going on? I think we're good. Yeah, should be good. I hope. All right. Let's. If you guys didn't hear, my cat's yelling at me, so you might hear him. I might have to get up and like fix whatever issue he's having. I'm honestly not sure. I think he wants to go in a room that the door is closed, and he's upset with this. But yeah, let me throw the podcast on. Well, that's not what we're trying to do. There we go. That's what we're trying to do.
Let's get started on the warning systems and the potential failures. And this is a part of
I did skincare already, so we're not skipping that and we're going straight into makeup. Do we want to do this one? Bernie.
All-girls summer camp started running through cabins where children were sleeping. Nearly like dozens, third and fourth grade girls. Texas Governor said no one anticipated the severity of the storm.
The moment in time when they knew the magnitude of the water, it's a difficult decision whether or not to. It's pretty crazy when you think about it, but like Republicans do actively work against the best interests of the public in every aspect of government. Someone in the chat was talking about like harm reduction initiatives for safe injection sites. Like they're pro-capital, pro-profit, and anti-human for every single issue. But because this kind of death is often, as we talked about before with Luigi Mangione, social murder, most people are oblivious because it's not immediate. It's just like you don't see this like action reaction. You see it as like something that is totally out of people's hands.
Despite deadly floods here, there are no outdoor warning systems here, no sirens. Instead, people rely on predictions and forecasts from the National Weather Service. Now, local officials debated adding a system back in 2017. They held off because of the cost of that system.
We're also learning more about the people who died in this tragedy, including 8- and 9-year-old girls at Camp Mystic, just feet from the Guadalupe River. The pictures we're showing you here show the inside of cabins at the camp. After the floodwaters rush through, you can see everything is covered in mud. It is not clear whether the girls in these cabins were able to escape. Janet Shamelane is downriver from here. She has been gathering stories about what happened. Janet, good morning to you.
Maurice, good morning. You can only imagine the anguish and the heartbreak as some families are still waiting on word from their loved ones. And the moms and dads who dropped off their little girls at Camp Mystic, some just a few days earlier, thinking these girls were about to have the summer of their life. Even though it has been 3 days, for those who haven't heard, you know, they're holding on.
Yeah, GOP cycle, cut funding, ruin lives, pray hard. Devastation takes place, rinse and repeat.
Of hope this morning.
This is the aftermath of unimaginable tragedy. Devastated by floods at Camp Mystic, where some of those who went missing were staying as floodwaters engulfed the grounds. Georgia Congressman Buddy Carter.
How's it going, Queen?
2 grandchildren survived, but their cousin, 9-year-old Janie Hunt, she's related to Kansas City Chiefs owner Clark Hunt.
God has wrapped his arms around her, and our thoughts and prayers with all of those involved.
It just started pouring in. We had to fight the door to get it closed.
Flash, what's up?
It's cheaper setting up flood detection systems or picking up kids' corpses. Kids' corpses for sure. Actually, it's probably not. It's probably not cheaper, but it's kind of like this. The calculation in the absence of government intervention, the calculation that like companies make in terms of safety and creating fail-safes and redundancy goes away because it's easier to make a cheaper alternative and cut corners in the production of airplanes, for example, and increasingly cut costs that way so you can keep driving up the profit margins. And then make this calculation that if people die in the process due to your elimination of safety measures, for example, ultimately, it's still more cost effective to let people die. And the same thing goes, and the same thing happens here as well. We need more tax breaks. We need to fund Israel. We need to fund military incursions overseas. We can't fund the safety measures because they're too costly. And we'll basically, they're banking on people's inability to pay attention to a singular issue and who is perhaps most responsible for said singular issue. What ideological force is responsible for these issues? They're banking on people's inability to understand who the villains are here. So then they just move on to the next thing.
27-year-old Julian Ryan severed his
Yeah, not gonna lie.
as he punched open a window.
Ted Cruz is one of the villains. Just saying.
Community of Ingram. His family was able to escape.
Horrible human.
He was not.
Yeah, lost all of it. All of that. He looked at me
We're
and the
gonna
kids and my mother-in-law. and
put some
my
powder
mom,
on, 'cause
and I love y'all.
It's hot out.
Emily Gutierrez told us her cousin Leo's house was swept from its foundation. She said Leo, his wife, and their 2-year-old son are still missing.
But you want to pray and hope. There's only so much of you actually going on. All the muck, all the dirty water on the trash, trees. If the cards are flipped over and the houses are moved, what chances do you have?
Those who knew Camp Mystic's owner, Dick Eastland, say he died heroically, trying to rescue campers. His grandson writing, if he wasn't going to die of natural causes, this was the only other way, saving the girls that he so loved and cared for.
He was, a man that made everyone feel safe and seen. He was just an extremely helpful person, and so the fairness.
This is the saddest thing.
On Friday, hundreds of girls able to evacuate from Camp Mystic sang songs through their tears as they rode a bus through the devastation.
The NFL and singer Shakira are among those already donating to the flood relief effort.
Reddit AD is that chat. I mean, honestly, these are victims of natural disasters, but I do sometimes feel like we have a severe case of medieval peasant brain. Like, how is this any different? We live in 2025, and we're treating these natural disasters when we know what the causes of it are. When we have significantly better technological surveillance mechanisms and prevention and warning systems that we can implement. We have satellites that are mapping out every goddamn cloud, and we just turn around and we're like, oh God, God will do. We're not cavemen anymore, you know what I mean? We're not like looking up at the ball in the sky and going like, oh, this is the sky gods taking out revenge.
We're not cavemen, but it sure feels like we're headed that way. Or they want us to be.
That's the purpose that religion serves. But you
Seen.
also have to still remember, beyond like the grieving mothers that are saying this kind of stuff, it was understandable for them to grieve in this way. It's always important to analyze the incident and what contributes to it with cold, rational, logical thinking. Yeah, people don't understand how fast this developed. A time-lapse video provided by an eyewitness showed
Wait, I'm gonna bring this
floodwaters rising
closer.
over a causeway in Kingsland, Texas, completely submerging it in the span of a few
'Cause-
minutes.
This is insane. I hope you can kind of see this. Oh, I don't think you can.
This is a 50-minute increase, but like, look how fast it goes from 1711, the road exists. Look at this, 1711 road exists.
Super hard to see. That's the road. Gone.
1717, it's gone. It went from 511 to 5 by 5, from 511 to like 516. The road
Yeah.
is completely
In like
submerged.
less than 5
Like,
minutes.
that's crazy. It's basically like a dam collapse. Like that's what it feels like. Yeah. The
Ridiculous.
issue is there's massive drought, so then the environment is like super the environment is already susceptible to
How's it going, Anna?
for that reason. And then there's massive rainfall.
Oh, are you leaving the live? All right. Oh, I did say your name. I hope I said it right.
You create this incredible condition where these areas are known floodplains have a significantly higher amount of water that flow through. You have to remember, there are always people that turn around and say like, oh, these are red states, they deserve it or whatever. Obviously, they don't. Okay, nobody deserves this. I don't give a what they voted for. I don't even care if they deny climate change. In many of these circumstances, you have like
All right.
40% of the states.
I'm done putting makeup on. All set with that. That's kind of the part. It's not that I hate putting makeup on, but it's just another part of the process. Because then before I can film anything, I gotta do something. You know. So finish that. Now we gotta pick out what video we're gonna film on. I don't know which one. I didn't plan in advance. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. So let's go on and see. I almost always have a podcast playing. So when I do things, it's like my white noise. Maybe not great idea because sometimes I don't know. I just like don't get things done as quickly, but I need it. All right, my computer screen is behind you guys, so this is why. Yeah.
So get mad at the real people that are get mad at the people who are actually responsible for these deadly events, rather than victims of said deadly events.
Texas is great.
Oh wow, Ted Cruz is there instead of flying at the king again.
Yeah, the fact that Ted Cruz was even there at any point in time, shocking.
His house is not at risk of flash flooding, so he didn't have to escape. Maybe he had to
Yeah,
go
escape and leave all the people.
Actually didn't let him fly out with his private jet or something.
The pain, the shock of what's transpired in the last few days has broken apart our state. As of yesterday, we confirmed that
The sociopath is trying to come across as though he's like empathetic here, which is crazy.
Hmm.
toll was 82.
It's insane because he's like an evil, vile man.
Children, little girls who were lost in campus. That's every parasite.
Yeah, also, this is a point as well, obviously. A common progressive fantasy is that once conservatives see the consequences of climate change, they will have some sort of come to Jesus moment, but it's always pretty obvious to people paying attention that they are just going to blame it on deep state flooding tech and learn nothing. But I think this is a defeatist attitude to have, because for every 5 people that will do this exact same
What do we
thing,
want
that
to
will
react to today for a video, guys?
You have to work every single day.
Yeah, I'm probably just a typical twin paranormal,
But I want to
like the norm. Just because I don't have it in me to really be working on something new that always involves a little bit more. Nothing crazy more, but a little bit more. It's been a crazy week. I guess still got more crazy weeks ahead, so that'll be a little bit down the road.
And we have hurricanes, we have tornadoes, we have wildfires.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate the respect and everything, you know? Still new, still figuring things out, but love it. It's the best. I like building the small community, you know? Then we're like a little family.
There have been over 850 high water rescues.
Alright, I don't know which one's. Oh,
850.
which one did I just posted yesterday? Yes. One on the asylum. Whatchamacallit, that asylum. Oh, wait, hang on. I'm on the wrong account right now. This is why I'm not seeing what I really want to see. Let's fix that. Here we go. Yeah, Penhurst Asylum. That's what we just posted yesterday, which was a great one. That was absolutely amazing. So, today we might do, mind you, you guys won't see it, for a week or two. I'm actually a little ahead this time. So I already have next week's video filmed. I have to edit it still. I'm going to try posting more than one a week eventually, but right now, still on that schedule. I have one in my file of potential watches that's not by Twin Paranormal. This one's from Sam and Colby. It's also an Asylum one, so we'll see. We might do that one day. I did have somebody, I forget which one they wanted me to watch, but somebody recommended or requested a certain one. Let me see if I can find it. What was it called? Nothing. Oh, maybe it's.
Our priorities are completely out of whack, and I think it's good to talk to people about that.
All the rugby people doing the haka. No, I don't even. I'm not even aware of fully what that is. I know what rugby is. My brother played, so I know that one. It's actually a pretty cool sport.
Besides the point, use Republican tactics in the same exact way against them. They're nowhere to be found, and the moments where they are, they come in after the fact, after the devastation is done, and they turn around and say, "Oh, thoughts and prayers." But in fact, their actions also led to the devastation and the impact being much larger than it should be.
Somebody said something about the witch's cabin, which I feel like we did, but I'm looking this up now. No, I definitely feel like we did this. They have more than one that's labeled as like, okay, no, this one's the witch's mansion, which we recently did. And then the witch's cabin, we did, but I think that one's an older one. It's an older one for them and also a slightly older one for us. So, I'm not going to redo it. Kind of ruined it.
Search and rescue is the first stage.
All right, you know what? Let me just type in this haka thing that you're talking about. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. The history of it.
Turns out Cancun cruise was in Europe over the weekend. Ted Cruz called vacation against tragedy strikes again.
Oh wait, this is okay. No, I know. I kind of know what this is. Like I don't know it super well, but I've seen it slightly. Okay, I'm watching like a thumbnail roll of one of the videos.
Bro, brother, are you joking? Busted again.
Wow.
Mother, Cancun cruise, this time in Greece. Oh my lord.
I would say for many of us, those are friends.
I have to admit, they are very in sync. Like, you know,
Got multiple kids who go
they're very good
like
at that.
girls.
That's honestly great thing to watch for motivation. I could see that working out quite well.
Dude, this motherfucker is also like trying to be like, we're all big.
I would say that would be a good one if you're like trying to go to the gym
Like, oh, we're all
and you need a little bit of a, you know, motivation boost to go to the gym. Throw that on, I feel like that kind of gets you going.
The people who live in that area, Ted Cruz literally voted to cut their Medicaid. You understand me? Like, that's coming down the line. Half of the people, he voted to cut their Medicaid and also has actively petitioned alongside the Trump administration to cut FEMA funding or to reallocate FEMA resources to, the immigration detention scheme that this administration is doing, the immigration enforcement scheme that this administration is doing. And after doing all that, which is a lot of work, this was a lot of hard work, he had to fuck off and go to Greece.
And I want to say thank you to the millions of Texans, to the millions of Americans, to the millions of people all over the world.
I have to start adding more things to my list of
praying,
um
praying
things to watch because I only have
It is going to take friends
two,
and family
right?
and
Two,
friends
which I'm going to be doing one today. So one
while they weep.
of a Twin Paranormal one left saved. And then I have that Sam and Colby one. And then I have one by the Conspiracy File. Not sure about that one. Maybe. It seems interesting. Seems very interesting. I'm like kind of excited for it, but it also seems to be talking about stuff that I might have a hard time with on the channel because of YouTube restriction reasons. I don't know. It might give me a little bit of a hard time. Just for, well, for one, copyright reasons, because any of them could give me a copyright problem. I just know Twin Paranormal does not, so that's why I stick with them right now. And then, you know, if you talk about certain topics, they kind of flag you. That one might have that issue. Might get a little flag for that. All right. I think we're gonna stick with this one, which I don't. I really know where is this place? The Bunker, apparently. It's called The Bunker. I don't think that's official name, but this is what I'm finding right now. Yeah, I won't know more until I dig deeper, which I'll have to do off live. And then I'll start the process of writing the intro and, you know, the history and filming. But for now, at least we know we're gonna do this one. This one, thankfully, is not crazy long because some of them I haven't gotten to those like they're long videos where it's like 2 hours or more. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm gonna have to figure out how to handle those.
The big beautiful bill, the big bomb for the working poor. There was $150 additional billion for the military. There was $175 billion for Trump's immigration enforcement scheme. Here's the New York Times on this as well. As floods hit, key roles were vacant at weather service officers.
I actually like that. I like that. AtaLuLu never retreats. AtaLuLu never surrenders. AtaLuLu law.
Get away with it. They'll say thoughts and prayers. They'll say now is not the time. That's the.
I like that a lot, actually. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind for the times where I'm struggling, because there's a lot of those. I tend to have good, really, like I'll have like one or two really, really good days where I feel like you can accomplish everything. I feel like a lot of people have this issue, and I do. I accomplish a good amount of stuff as long as there's like not already stuff going on and planned that kind of hinders me from accomplishing things at home or work. And then after that, I'll have a lot of days where it's like that ADHD paralysis moment where my mind will be going and I'm like, I gotta do this, and this, and yet so overwhelmed with all the things I gotta do that nothing gets done. So maybe if I like chant that to my head, I'll kind of like spark something and be able to get up and get some more stuff done, because I think lately it's been a little bit extra difficult because of moving into the new house and I'm still living surrounded in boxes. Behind me is probably the best looking spot right now. The kitchen and the living room are also the most livable places. My office behind what you see, it's bad. Don't even want to show you guys. It's awful. It's just boxes and books and random stuff just dumped off that doesn't even belong in this room. It's just here because I'm like, I need this to get out of my sight. I need to not have boxes and random crap just like in at least 1 or 2 rooms. Like I need a room where I can like have neat and clean. So we have that. And now this room is trashed, but that's okay. We'll get there. This room and my basement are the 2 worst rooms, I would say. Those 2 rooms are horrendous. My bedroom's also not great. Not for boxes reasons per se. It's mostly I just need to like fold laundry, basic things. The movie 300. So I have watched it slightly. I haven't finished it. I don't know why, but I remember seeing bits and pieces, and I've never sat down and watched it like in one full swoop. I don't really know. I remember liking. I love those types of movies. That style. I love those. So I'm not really picky with a lot of movies. I like a lot of different things, and that's one that I definitely like. Not sure why I never sat down and watched the whole thing though. I should do that though. I'm wondering if it was just because it was a long movie. I do remember it being kind of long. It's fine. One day I'll have to do that.
He's wrong. I mean, this is a lie.
I almost forget how is. I forget. Is it like? I know it's gotta be a little gory, but like, is it like really gory? I kind of forget that part. Some days I have to be in the right setting to be watching a super gory movie, just because you know, if I'm sitting there eating a snack, I might not watch that. Suddenly I'm like, I think I need something less gross to eat and watch. My coffee is no longer hot, and it is slightly upsetting. If coffee that is supposed to be hot goes cold or like lukewarm, I tend to not drink it anymore. And if it's supposed to be cold coffee and the ice melts and it is no longer that cold, I tend to also not drink it anymore, which doesn't make sense. It's still the same.
The people that are actively underfunding these systems.
I don't think I've ever really played Roblox. I wouldn't even know where to begin. But I don't know. I haven't played much games. One day maybe I've played a little bit of games, and I'm terrible at it. I'm not gonna lie. I love it. Love playing. One day I have said that I do want to try to do like either a live or just film, and I do like, you know, the whole talking and playing game and chilling out with everybody. One day I might not be playing games that you guys like though. I'm not gonna lie. The game that I have grown up and always played the most, which is probably the one game you guys probably would hate the most, is The Sims. Just because it's my decompress game. I love it. I haven't actually played it in a while. I should. And then I also downloaded, I always forget what it's called.
Excuse me, sir. Talking about these cuts, you're kind of making it seem like I take accountability for things that I've advocated for. And
I don't know. It's like this phobia. It's like a ghost hunting game, which kind of, I downloaded it for the reason of like wanting to play on live, because I was like, oh, it kind of makes sense with the content that I make. So I was like, let's do that. That might be the game that we can play. And I've only played it just to try it out for 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe. And it's atrocious to watch me play. I'm just saying. You would think it was like a 5-year-old trying to play this game. It's bad. Just watching me make my character walk. So everybody will make fun of me, 100%. But I don't really care. Not really concerned by that. I'm just doing my own thing.
When it actually isn't working, you only realize the government is there when it actually fails in a moment like this. So this is a really important time for leftists and Democrats alike to explain.
What time is it?
Our research that
almost 8 o'clock. All right. I don't know what time it is for you guys, but right now, for me, it's almost 8 o'clock in the morning. It was an intense rainstorm yesterday also. Like, intense. Rainstorm, thunderstorm, the lightning was never ending. It was just consistent throughout the whole, I felt so bad. My cat was like right here at night, the whole night. She was so scared. And Bernie, I don't know where he went, but he was just like, yeah, I'm just out. I'm like, okay.
additional people working that night, anticipating that.
Ooh, sourdough or dildo? Great question. Those both sound amazing. Steak sandwich. I've never had dildo, so I couldn't tell you, but I do love a good sourdough. But I love dill too. I'm gonna say do like a flip a coin thing, because I can't even, I'm horrible at making decisions. But maybe just a sourdough. Maybe stick with the sourdough because that's all I know. I want to try dildo.
Like there were
What?
people that took the retirement plan, the accelerated retirement plan, and the government.
It's
did
12
that
p.m. for you.
specifically so
Holy.
that there were
Wow.
less people
You
with
are
addiction. They didn't like directly
like
lay them off. In some instances,
4
they did.
hours ahead of me.
Basically said, hey man, we're giving you an opportunity before we lay you off.
Oh, they said dill. Do dill. Okay, we got. I didn't care. Like, you know, not that I didn't care, but like I didn't have a pick, because I can't make a decision for the life of me. So, oh no. Okay, you're doing sourdough. Okay, wait, let's just do sourdough. Sorry. Is dildo just like sourdough but with dill in it? What is dildo? I need to know this. Can I make it? One day I want to make sourdough too. Ah, almost dropped my cup.
Given the enormous levels of rainfall and the storm's unusually abrupt escalation. The staffing shortages-
Steak sandwich. That sounds so good. Oh, I haven't eaten yet today. I gotta do that too. As I prep, I will eat something. I don't know what. No idea. I'll probably just make like a wrap.
Because such systems are expensive and local residents are resistant to new spending.
To be honest, I don't know if I have DMs on, and I haven't looked into it. I don't even know if I don't know how to do that yet. I never really dug deep into the processes of my channel. I just kind of started and figured I'll learn as I go. So maybe one day I'll figure that out. Oh, don't drop your cup too. I need to upgrade my coffee. It's sad right now. There's just like the tiniest bit left and it's cold because my fan is blowing on it, but I refuse to not have the fan on. I'll suffer, it's okay. Struggling times. Birds are evil. What? Like, some of them are crazy. They're kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie. I do like birds. Minus the fact that they poop a lot. I don't care for that. I've been handling a lot of poop. This is so random. Handling a lot of poop in the past like 2 days. Trust me, I don't want to. But my cat Lucy, she is sick, so she's been just everywhere. Not great. I think it's just like you can tell she's trying to make it to the litter box, but she doesn't make it. Like, I feel so bad. I don't know. I think we are like cleansing what she's eating. She's only eating her standard dry food. No wet food, no treats, none of that. Because I feel like it might have been her wet food, which is the same we've always given her. But I think this was just a bad batch. So I'm throwing that out. And I don't know. It could also just be a stomach bug. But today is day 3 of her being sick. And she's starting to seem to get better. Like, a little bit more energy, little less poop situation. They're mean. Yeah, some of them are. Like swans. Swans are mean. Wow, that's loud.
Like the end of a murder case and more like the beginning of a police cover-up unraveling.
Philip DeFranco always comes on like aggressive. Love him, aggressive. Oh, really? You crapped in your sister's head? Oh my gosh! Back when I was in high school, that's kind of funny. It reminds me, when I was in high school, one of my like best friends at the time, she's like terrified of birds. Like, I think it's like a phobia for her. And there's seagulls outside of the high school flying around, and it's like the lunchroom outdoor area. And we're walking in first thing in the morning into this building, and there's a bunch of seagulls flying above us, and she's like kind of freaking out because they're swooping a little low. And so she's screaming at one point, which means her mouth is open. And somehow a bird pooped and it went directly into her mouth. That would turn me off from birds forever also. But she was already afraid, so this didn't help her situation. But yeah, I felt bad because at the same time I couldn't stop laughing because it was funny. I did give her my water and I was like, here, you can keep this. I don't want it back. But sadly, that happened. It had to happen to her too, of all people, that, you know, someone that's already afraid of them and then that happens. I feel bad because that's not going to help the case. Yeah, open season for sure. Oof. Like, I don't blame, like, now, my girl, be afraid of them as much as you want. Like, that's a horrible experience. But yeah, also a goose chased my cousin and bit her in the butt, which is hilarious. But I don't know, like, you would think you had to do something to make them do that, but apparently you can just be in the vicinity of them and they'll just decide to chase you. It's kind of hilarious. I kind of want to, like, have that happen to me. Not them biting me part, but just have them chase me. Just seems fun. I know that's kind of probably weird, but it's like a fun time. All right, now it's actually like about to be 8 o'clock, which I feel like 8 o'clock's the time I should start actually getting stuff done. So I should hop off live. This was a short one, sorry, but yeah, I'm thinking there was probably babies around, and that's why the geese were just extra. Because, you know, yeah, like any animal, bird, what, it doesn't matter. Anything, I get it. If you have your babies around and then they don't know who you are or what you are, you're just a random person, like, you know, and people are known for, you know, screwing them up. So yeah, I get it. Go for it. Defend your house, your babies and stuff. Makes sense. My cat is doing weird things. I hear stuff out in the hallway. Benjamin. No. He's ignoring me. Alright, guys. I'm gonna make another cup of coffee, make some food, start prepping my, you know, video stuff, and start filming a video for another week. And hello, sorry if you just came in. We're gonna be ending, and I don't know. Maybe I'll go live another time. I don't know when. Today, another day, completely. I'm bad at this, so one day I'll get better, and I'll try to have a better schedule. But can't make promises. Yeah, honestly, you didn't. You don't want anything, any crazy stuff. We were literally just chatting. I was just getting ready for the day. Now I have to hop off and start prepping for making a video. But yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, I'll see you guys another time, whenever that is. And yeah. Boop, boop.